Well, if you've had enough of smoking nasty cigarettes, I know a bloke from Yorkshire who will tell it like it is. He's got the best advice and you should listen when he says, don't smoke cigarettes, vape it with Les.
Hi guys, it's Les here over in West Yorkshire. Thank you very much indeed for not seeing me. There I am. It's a beautiful day here in Featherstone. That's actually not true, I'm just trying to cheer things up a little bit. It's a bit grey and cold out there. You can feel that bite now in air, can't you? Anyway, what I'm doing today, it's Wednesday, so the shop's shut, so I've got it all to myself. So I can do a video. So, what I'm looking at is, I've just done the VooPoo pod tank, PMP pod, and this is really an expansion on that, because this is the Drag X that comes with that pod as well. Now this is a single 18650 size mod, which is this one right here outside of me. It's very, very well made, looks really, really nice, and has some very, very nice features to it. Something which, if it all works as it should do, would make an excellent starter device, because you know what I was saying the other day, on, off, up, down, that kind of thing. If you want, this can do that, which is, as far as I'm concerned, is superb, because that's what people want that are just starting, isn't it? They don't want menus that go 9 deep. So anyway, this is the Drag. It comes in multiple colours. This one looks steampunky. It's got like bronze bits and pieces on it, but I'll show you that in a sec. So it goes up to 80 watts does this. You've seen the little picture of the spinny over here. So them's the specifications of it, but basically it goes up to 80 watts. It's got a USB-C, I think, is it C? Yes, C charger on it, so it's not a micro USB, it's a USB-C. But it does come with a cable in there. You've got the usual up and down, fire button, blah blah. But I'll show you it on close up anyway. But before I do that, let's just nip over to the VooPoo website and have a look and see what they say about the specifications on this device. Because, like I said, they're getting more and more advanced. But you don't really want to be making that menu more and more advanced here, if possible. Or at least have the facility to turn it off. So anyway, let's go and have a quick look at it. And then I'll come back and we'll have a little look. Right, so this is the website for VooPoo and the specific page for the Drag X. And on this page you can see all the various features. There we are. That's how quick it is at firing, 0.001 of a second. New colours, particularly like that Union Jack one. But there's lots of shades and colours and whatnot. It's got an incredible menu on it as well. This is a racing edition that's only a few available. The gene chip is the one that senses that coil and sets itself automatic. It goes up to 80 watts. You can get down to 5 as well. Also, you've got a little icon that comes up at the bottom of your screen, and it goes from iron to king. That depends on the size of the pulls that you have and the clouds and whatnot. It's just a little bit of fun on there. You see them little pictures? That appears at the bottom of your page and it changes. But this is where it tells you about the pod that you just drop on, and it will automatically sense it and set the right one. Now I tried that and only the red one works. Yeah, and it takes a straightforward 18650 battery, and it uses a Type C, USB Type C charging cable, so it'd be quicker charging. These are all the various coils. That's one that comes with it, a VM1 and a VM6. There are other ones available. There you go, look, different specifications, mouth-alongs, rebuildables, you name it. That's the specification for the standard size, or the US size, with a 4.5mm capacity. That's just telling you that it's got a magnet that just basically drops on and it goes click. Them's the safety features again. This is what's in your box when you get a standard one, and that's in the TPD version. So they've got a very informative website there, and it tells you all about it, all the various features and stuff. And the bits that I liked is the fact that you can just pop the tank on top, the pod tank on top, and it will work at the optimum setting, which is absolutely what the customer wants. So let's have a look on the close-up cam, and we'll see what you're going to get inside your box, which is going to be around about 35 quid or thereabouts, including your tank and whatnot, but not including the battery. So here we are on the close-up look. So that's how it comes packaged. I'll just shift that one. That's the one that I've just had out. I'll show you this one, just in case you want to know. This colour is Masala. This is Masala. It's kind of a gunmetal and a red mahogany kind of leather effect. I don't know if it's leather or leather effect. If it's Chinese leather, pleather. Not too sure. But we'll have a look at that. So there's your box. It tells you only 80 watts. It's got the new Gene TT chip in it, which is an accurate chip, and it also fires extremely quick once you press that button. And it supports big clouds, it says. In this box you are going to get one device. You're going to get a PNP pod, which is a 4.5mm. There is a TPT version of this available as well. You're going to get a coil, which is a 0.15. You're going to get a coil, which is a 0.3. USB-C cable and a use manual. So let's have a look. This is that steampunky type one. Let me zoom in a little bit for you. Hopefully that's in. So this is your little booklet. Again, in 900 languages. You're going to get a coil with a red band and a coil with a black band. These ones are, one is mouth to lung and one is direct to lung. That's your little cable, which you're going to find useful because, like I said, this is USB-C. This is not micro USB. And that's how it looks. That's how it comes out. This one is the bronze. I don't know what it's officially called. It's officially called the Bronze Knight, spelt with a K. Are you listening, Daryl? And as you can see, we've got like bronze studs coming through it here against this dark brown leather or leather effect, whichever it is. And again, we've got this bronze effect all the way around it. It's nice. Very nice. That's your charging port. That's your up and down button. That's your fire button. This is your airflow control around the top, which is on both sides. So you slide that little lever there. It's nice and stiff as well, so it's not going to slide easy. You know, but that's what you do. That's how you control your airflow when it closes that hole. That's your pod. Just pulls off. You don't have to screw it on or anything. It's literally magnetic. So click, on she goes. I'll take that off a sec. And the battery goes in here. You have to push this forward because it's kind of locked. Pop it up like so. I'll just grab a battery. This is an 18650 and it goes positive side down. There is actually a little symbol on the lid. It says minus. I can't see one down there, but you know. That drops in, push him in and push back. As usual, we've got 5 clicks to turn him on. Tells you what it is, and now it's asking us to set the time. The time is currently, whoops a daisy, that's the remote control gone flying. Time is currently 12:37, so might be 12, and then you press enter, and 37. Like that, and press and hold fire button. That's now got his date on there. So as you can see with this menu, it's a lovely clear screen. We've got the wattage, We've got a little symbol there that shows you that it's unlocked, which is a padlock that's unlocked. We've got the resistance of any coil. Down at the bottom here there is something that comes up which is like, I don't know how to explain it. The bigger your clouds, the more you use it, the higher up this little score you get, and you get different symbols coming there. You don't get up for it as far as I can see, it's just a bit of fun really. This is DMP and TMP. Time, that's how long you've been pressing it. And then you'll notice at the top up here it says it's in smart mode. That's the one where you can just drop the tank on and it's supposed to read the coil that's in it and set the appropriate wattage, and it won't let you go above that wattage. It'll only let you go to the maximum that coil will allow. So that's in the automatic mode. You click it 3 times and we go into Rba mode. Now in Rba mode it's effectively a manual. If you think about an automatic camera, an SLR camera, you can put that into manual mode, can't you? Where then you have to operate the shutter speed and the aperture yourself rather than it doing it for you. That's a bit like this. When it's on smart mode, it works it all out for you. When it's on manual mode, it's based on the power coming out of it. It's based on what you input. So that's not particularly for beginners, but possibly once the beginners got used to the pod and the vapor and that, and they want to move on to an RBA, you can actually use it on here, which is just an extra feature for when you want it. But it's nice that you can turn it off. So it's pretty much the same. It's just now you can go up to whatever wattage this will go up to, which is actually 80. So that's the maximum wattage. To lock it, what you need to do, you need to press I think it's the up and the fire. Yeah, up and the fire, and it's now, you see that little lock? That little lock is now red, and it's a closed lock. So we press the up and the fire again, and that's now unlocked it, so it can come back down. Now here's the interesting bit. I should now be able to drop one of these pod tanks on this device, and it should pick up the resistance and whatnot. However, I have actually already tried it with the tank I did last week, which is the same tank. This is the PMP tank. It's the one I actually, let me zoom back out a bit. I'm out of shot to get you. Right, this is the one I actually did the video on last week, which is the same one. So theoretically, now I'm in smart mode, I should be able to just drop that on and it should drop this wattage down to something appropriate for this coil. But I tried it earlier and it didn't. Like there, it's still saying 71 watts. So it will let me fire it at 71 watts. So I don't know if that's because this is a different tank that came in the kit or not. I'm not too sure, but what I'm going to have to do in order to rectify this and find out for myself is use another one of these coils. Do you know what I mean? So what I'm going to have to do is take this one off, even though I know the tank itself is excellent, and I'm going to do it again. So we have got the 0.15 coil in here. Right. So this is how you insert a new coil into this. Basically all you've got to do is that, just shove it in. And that's as easy as it gets. There's no screwing in, there's no nothing like that. You just literally shove it in and you just pull it out when it's had it. It's that simple. That is dead easy, isn't it? Dushk, in she goes. And to fill this baby, you've got a little rubber bung here. You have to lift that up. And you've got that hole. You see that hole? And now what I'm going to do, actually, I've just got a new juice out which is called Castro, named after Fidel, because it's a Cubano. It's a Cuban type cigar flavour, is this, made with mainly net tobaccos. There's a very, very small amount of normal flavourings in it. So I'm going to try this in this tank. So what we have to do is put our nozzle in and just basically fill it up. So that's our tank now full. Push the little plug back in. And that's it. Now I'm not going to fire that yet because I'm going to let the juice soak into the wick. But what we can do, we can now drop this onto here and see if this changes. It should change down to about 35 watts. So it's still not doing it. So I don't know what I'm doing differently here, because that should have changed. Yeah, that should have changed down to something like 35 watts, but it's just not doing, so I don't know what's going on there. So I'll have to have a little word with Liam to see if he can work that out. But anyway, this particular coil, I find it good. That's about, actually we're about 45 watts, about 45 watts. I'm going to test that because I've got the same coil in this one. Might be a bit much now. Open the airflow a bit. Yeah, around about 40 watts is where I am with that. Possibly down a bit more. Try to 35. It's nice at 35. So yeah, that's what that should have done, but it hadn't done. Ooh, that juice is nice. This particular juice that I've got in here, in this tank, is Pinaco. Right, so back up to me. Right, so there's not much more I can show you on that really. You know, it's a nice device. It should, when you drop that tank in, just recognise it and set it to, like I said, 35 watts, but it's not doing, and I don't know why. So, I wonder if I can lock it and do it. Try that. Lock. Okay, and then drop it on. No, it's still saying no. So I'm not sure what's going off there. There's no other settings that I can see, but that definitely should be changing. Let me just try it with a different coil, you know, because I've got the black coil in both of these. So let me try it with the red coil. That's me old one. Just get a bit of cloth, because I'm going to get this juice everywhere. So this is the black coil coming out, that's the juice coming out, and this is the red one going in. So this should be the mouth to the one, but that's not really what I'm testing. What I'm testing here is to find out if it's going to be automatically recognised, you know. So I'll just put some juice in this one, because the other one's soaking in anyway, so. So this is the Pinaco I'm putting back in here. So it's the same juice as it had in the other one, which is a 70-30 juice. Now I'm just going to drop it on to see if it recognises this one. So we've got it currently set at, I think it's at 72. So it should drop it down. Yeah, that one has. That one's dropped it down to 35. So on the red coils, it works automatic. But on the black coils, it doesn't seem to be. Because I've just tried two, haven't I? But it worked exactly as it should have done. I'm going to show you again on the close-up cam. Zoom in a bit for you. There you go. Right, so if I turn this up, alright, to maximum 80 watts, and then I drop the tank on, it's changed it to 35 because that's the optimum setting for that coil. And I were expecting it to do that with the black ones, but it doesn't do it with the black ones. So perhaps the black ones are for Rba mode. Do you understand? Yeah. That solved that. I don't know if it solved it, but at least we've identified it. It's the black coils don't seem to work with the automatic. That's really all it is, isn't it? Put these lids back on. That's peanut. I'm going to take that off because I'm not really wanting it yet, because I wanted to try this one. Yeah, this hasn't made any difference. So let me knock it down. I'm going to knock this one down to 20. I know it's not much, but this is the one I've just set off, haven't I? It's just soaking in. I think it should be soaked through, but I'm going to just gently warm it first. About gently warming it, that's really melting it. Let me tighten this airflow down a bit. They've got excellent flavour. This particular one that I'm on at the minute, Castro, it's the flavour of a cigar, but it's not the flavour of a cigar when you're smoking it, like when you're lighting it, because obviously you can't replicate that other than setting it on fire. It's the taste when you open a bag of cigars or a box of cigars and the smell. It's that translated into a taste. What the net tobaccos are, not like the burnt leaf. It's incredible. This one tastes just like a box of cigars at Christmas. It's got a lovely grassy kind of a taste to it. A hay, you know, fresh hay. And there's a natural sweetness, but not too much. It's very floral. It's absolutely lovely. Anyway, back to the mod. The mod itself, I think, is absolutely lovely, especially for the money. I do like the fact that that you can, as a beginner, you can just come in, and it doesn't matter what they've got it set on, they're going to be able to just come in and go like that, and it's set. Do you know what I mean? However, the black ones don't. So I don't know if that's intended, or if the black ones are RBA versions, or so that you can turn it up and down. I'm not sure, but on this one it doesn't seem to work, and it didn't work on the other one either. So I don't know if that's a fault or not. I haven't got anything at bottom. Puff count, chip ID. That's about it really. Another pull. That were for 5 seconds and 5.3 seconds. That, let me just get some more air. This juice is smooth. Oh dear, oh dear, I better set the fire alarm on. Doesn't half belt it, doesn't it? The flavour is really good. I think for that kind of money, it's exceptional value for money really, isn't it? Bearing in mind that you're going to get the tank and 2 coils. Well, we already know the tank is 11 quid. Or the pod anyway, with that tank bottom bit. The coils are going to be around about 3.5 quid a piece. So you're starting to chomp away at it, aren't you? So really the only thing that you need in there is an 18650 battery. We have got the LG HG2s or something like that, which are really good batteries. That's really what you want. Don't use ultrafire. Ultrafire are for torches. So if you've got ultrafire batteries, get rid and get some proper ones, some that are designed for the job, because they're designed for little LED torches. Anyway, that's about it. Really good, absolutely super. And another little pill on my cigar. Thank you, Mr. Castro. Absolutely lovely. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. I hope you found it useful. Let me know if you know, if you know about the black coils not working in the auto mode. I can't work that bit out, because otherwise it would have been superb, wouldn't it, if it worked with both coils. But that might be intentional. It might be that the black ring is for Rba mode and the red one is for automatic mode. You know what I mean? I can't find any reference to that, but possibly that's it. So I can't criticise it, but the actual device itself is absolutely lovely, and they have got a massive range of colours if you can get them. Yeah, absolutely super. Thank you very much to VooPoo for making these wonderful devices. The only criticism I've got is, where have I just seen it? I've just seen it on here somewhere. It's the Chinglish on the box, really. 80 watt max output power, and then the next one is Gene TT. Fast, fire fast and accurate extremely. It's Chinglish like, isn't it? I mean, you know, spoilt it in a way, hasn't it? Marred it by just not having somebody check the lingo. It's like been translated. I think we generally call it Chinglish, don't we? We know what it's saying, but it says it in a funny way, like. So they ought to get that checked. You know, if they want, I'll check it for them. It doesn't cost them nothing. Just ask me, and I'll rewrite it for you. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. I shall see you in the next one. I'm not sure what it's going to be. I don't know what it is, to be honest. There is all sorts of bits and pieces coming, including them little side-by-side mods. What Liam got, the MSXK ones. That'll be interesting. He had one the other day. Anyway, that's it. I shall see you in the next video. Until then, ta-ta, and don't forget to subscribe and get over to the Juice Cabin group as well on Facebook, facebook.com/group/juicecabin. There's lots of people over there. There's discount codes over there for various things. That's all I can say about that. Until the meantime, you take care, and I shall see you later. Adieu.